All right. So gold has been in a bullish sentiment. Let's go ahead and just check this out. Uh, Good old gold took some good buys today. I want to try to see if we can get some music going. I mean, this is a resistance area right here. Hold on, let me check something right quick.
Why you must never.
Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. Hmm. First time live streaming, fellas. Man. I want to see if I can test something. Okay, so it does pop up. All right. Gold is definitely buys. Just wanted to test out this live stream to make sure everything's working. So in the future, when I can do this, um, Yeah. All right. So let me go ahead and do something real quick. All right. Well, looks like that works. So I just wanted to test this live stream out to see if it works. Um, all right. Else does this work? How else does this live stream work? All right. So I wanted to test out this live stream right quick. It's my first time doing this live stream, and this looks glorious. I found a platform to do it. I know some people always wondered how I traded, wondered how they can actually maximize their wins on gold because I technically trade gold, right? And I love trading gold. Gold is a beastly pair. Um, if you just now getting in here, you can type in any questions you might have. I'm gonna test out this live stream. Okay. So gold is actually at an interesting resistance. If you look at the 1 hour time frame and the 4 hour time frame, you can see that gold is at a resistance right here. Right? Gold is at a resistance. Look on the 1 hour time frame, do your top down analysis. This does not mean that gold will just completely sell, but it could sell. Knowing gold has been very unbiased lately and bipolar. This does not mean you cannot catch highs and does not mean you can't catch lows. Okay, you can catch anything. You can obviously see overall that gold was bullish. Correct. I mean, if you could just do like this, gold has been bullish. It's just been correcting itself a whole lot. Okay. And, of course, some could say it's been bearish as well. So we have been in this little wedge. Now, if you actually take a peep at how gold is trading, right? So if we just take everything off, if you look at the bigger time frame, let me go ahead and delete these because I don't want that to be in the way. Let me see. Everybody's blowing up my phone. You can obviously see that gold has just been trending up. Okay. Obviously, gold is just, yeah. I mean, I could say holidays, right? But honestly, gold has just really been correcting itself if you look at the daily time frame, right? Gold has just really been correcting itself. So, what I'm really waiting for is a big old pop out and breakout of gold. Give me 1 second, guys. For those who are just not joining. Um, mm, mm, mm. And I tell people this a whole lot too, that when you are waiting on a trade, the best thing you can do is just wait. Okay, so let's see how we could have, done this earlier. So this is New York session. Man, I might need to try to do another little different color, man. Let's see. I'm gonna teach you guys some things. This is better. Oh, yeah, so much better. So this is New York session, right? And I usually trade on New York session. However, um, sometimes I do like to trade pre New York because it does give me, opportunities to buy and sell. Okay. So if you could see right here, if I could just replay this, mm, 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 you see that the market definitely, let me go ahead and do this, broke structure right here. Okay. It broke structure right here. Now, because gold has been, retesting a whole lot. And usually I just, create a buy order and I just buy. Okay. I just literally just buy soon as the market breaks, right? But lately, the market has been pushing up and then coming all the way back down. Okay. That is something that is telling me that gold is not ready to just launch out of here. Okay. Gold is actually, um, you know, doing his own thing. So what I tend to do is I just wait for these lows to be retested again. And I want you guys to know what happens when you wait. Give me 1 second. Very, very important to notice, y'all. Because when you wait and you know that gold has recently been just going back and forth, it is the safest way. I mean, literally the safest way to trade. Okay. So this is your now some of you guys are asking why did I, draw this zone? Because this is the last demand zone that the market has taken off from. Okay. So this is the reason why I'm creating the demand zone here. All right. So obviously you can see it's tapped in right here. Okay. So soon as it taps in, and I could just back up this up right here. As soon as it taps in, I'll wait for the market to push back up, showing a bullish sign. Okay. Now, I technically want these highs to be created. Excuse me, these highs to be broken. Once these highs are broken, I'm in. All right. So that high was broken. So I will create a long position, put my stop loss either underneath this candle or underneath this candle. And this is probably the best way to do it. All right. Now, where's my take profit? My take profit would be at these highs or the last high that was created. For me, it'll be at the 4100 mark just because these are the areas that has been tested the most. This is just for me. Now, if you're scalping, it will be just these highs. If you're swinging in a little bit, it'll be these highs right here. Okay. So your take profit would have hit, would have been a beautiful, glorious trade, and you would have got 200 pips out of that. So this is the reason why you really want to maximize your wins by waiting when gold is not doing what you absolutely want it to do. Okay. It's very vital and very crucial that you wait again when gold is not doing what it's supposed to be doing. Okay. It's literally telling you, hey, I'm going to certain areas. I'm going to bounce off those areas, and then I'm probably going to head back up, or I'm going to bounce off a certain resistance, and then I'm going to be heading back down. Right. The issue with us traders is we want to rush the game. We want to make money now, and that puts us in a risk of trouble of losing money, right, and losing capital. I totally get it and understand. But that's one of the ways that you could have caught that trade today, right? And now some of you guys who are watching this are probably like, well, what about this right here? What about all this mess, right? Well, if you look at this, I'm going to see if I can turn this into a line chart. Mm. So this is a line chart, right? So let me just delete everything right quick. You see this right here? What is this? A line chart. What is this telling you? the market is moving in waves, stairs. So the market is doing what? It's giving you higher highs and higher lows. This is the reason why it's good to stick with the trend. This is giving you an indication that even though you think that the market is actually not trending, or for some reason it's not really moving as much, or for some reason you think the market is just consolidating or in a big range, guys, it moved from here, right here, to right here. It has moved 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 600 pips. So there's no way you can tell me that you still could have caught these moves. You see what I'm saying? So this is why it's so important that we keep our eyes on the market's conditions and the waves of how the market is moving. So if it's moving with higher highs and higher lows with that particular momentum, then we are obviously looking for buys. And if it's giving you lower highs and lower lows, then we obviously are looking for what? We're looking for sells. If that makes sense. And this is how you want to trade this way. What's going on? Mohammed, what is going on? How you doing? How you doing? This is my first time live streaming on here. So I am literally testing it out. It seems like, this can be a consistent thing if I can get it to be a consistent thing. Um, and let me know if you trade gold or if you don't trade gold. That'd be very helpful as well. We can look at some other examples. Now, I also trade breakouts. Okay. So I want to give you another example of breakouts, right? So some of you guys may not know how often I trade breakouts, right? So let's just go back right here. This is with the EMAs. I use the 13 SMA and 50 SMA. But let me go ahead and do this real quick. So the reason why I use the 50 SMA and the 13 SMA is because we are looking for an opportunity to buy or sell the market based off of the EMA crossings. However, it's not your everything, but it is a really great confluence when it comes to double tops and double bottoms. Ooh, Lord. So, for example, for a double bottom, if you see a double bottom and you know that the market is actually buying, the biggest thing that you could do is wait for the EMAs to cross, right? So if I put the 50 on, right? And here's the double bottoms. You see right here. Oh, Lord, that's bad. All right, so this is the double bottom, right? You can call it the W, however you want, but these are double bottoms. And once these double bottoms are created, you want to see a big bull candle take over. Obviously, you see that the big bull candles are taking over right here. So you turn on the 13 EMA, right? And the 13 EMA is the blue. You want this 13 EMA to cross this 50 I said EMA SMA. You want the 13 SMA to cross the 50 SMA. Why? Because once the 13 SMA crosses the 50 SMA, you would then get a stronger confirmation that the market is buying. Okay, so let's give you an example. All right. Go ahead and take these out since we know they're double bottoms. All right. You see, it's almost crossing, but it's not crossing yet, so you don't want to buy. Okay, see when that buy happens, you see when that bullish candle is happening, you had 13 SMA. You could do two things. One, you could wait for it to tap and retest this 13 SMA, or two, you could just go ahead and buy it, your buy candle. You can put your stop loss underneath here, but I recommend to put it underneath the EMA. Okay. So this way you would be protected and covered from the market possibly reversing on you. All right. Because obviously, if the market reverses and then it passes these EMAs, obviously that's telling you that the market is probably not ready to buy and it's still in sales. Now, watch this. Imagine if you held this all the way up to 4,100. This is the reason why I say when you are looking at the zones that gold is heading to from place to place, you can see obviously gold is giving you the direction that it wants to go. All right. So take profit. All right. So I was trade with a 100K account. For me, I twin position, right? So on a normal, let's just say if I were risking low, this would be a $5,000 win. On a twin position, this would be a 10K win for me. And this is the reason why I absolutely love twin trading, because twin trading actually gives you the opportunity to double your money. All right. So that's like a very good way of trading the breakout with the EMAs. All right. Now, if you're asking, like, how do you do 200 EMA? Now, listen to this. Look at this. Even if you was to wait for this to happen, if it's crossing the 200 EMA, even better. When a 13 EMA is crossing the 200, even better. When a 50 EMA is crossing the 200 EMA, 13, all that stuff, even better. Even better, guys. Okay, so this is the reason why um this is the reason why I like to trade with the EMAs. And one thing I like to say is um the best way to trade how can I say this? The best way to trade these markets, guys, is with the trend, especially gold. Because if you, I mean, you can counter trend it, right? Like, obviously, gold is at resistance, right? And obviously, even if you don't have the EMAs, you could have sold right after the second rejection and you automatically be up. Like, for me, this would be like almost $1,000, right? So you don't have to sit here and, say, "Oh, I'm just trading with the trend the whole way." I mean, obviously, if you see some resistance, you can trade, down to these lows or something like that. However, it is more risky to trade against the trend, because when you trade against the trend, then you're more than likely to get stopped out. Just saying. Okay. Um, and this is the reason why you want to trade with the trend, because when you trade against the trend, then you are actually preventing yourself from, or putting yourself in the worst position possible to make money. So yeah, this is the reason why I do not trade a lot against the trend. Like, I will sell right here sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But knowing how sometimes gold just like to jump up out of nowhere, it just it can get a little wild, you know what I'm saying? Um so the breakouts, I just showed you breakouts, I just showed you supply and demand. Anybody who like taps in with this video, I hope it blesses them. I'm not sure how much I was doing on live streams. I just really wanted to test out the live stream to see I just wanted to test out the live stream to see how good um this can be and how I can really help people analyzing gold and the charts and all that stuff. So, um, all right. So I guess I'll see you guys next time. And um, if you stumble upon this video, cool. I'm not sure of how long to do a live stream. I just really wanted to test out the live stream. It looks pretty dope. Last time I did a live stream, it was lagging and everything. It's probably because I use Zoom, but now I'm using StreamYard, so that's amazing. All right, you guys have a good afternoon, and I'll see you soon. I'll be posting more videos soon as well.